Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey,
Very
Rashad.
curly. Oh,
All right. Questions in the room?
KG, obviously, congratulations on
Thank you.
the start and the performance. Just internally, we just went back talking about your ability to kind of stay ready. Like whenever you're called upon, you're ready and having that level of consistency when done. So just for you, like, can you kind of take me through this time period, like finding out you're going to start, and then now as you sit here having the performance that you had?
well, finding out I was starting was I was trying to go get a massage, and then Asia just said, "Get your mind right." And I was like, "What happened?" She was like, "You're gonna be starting tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, well, I gotta, lock in." But if that wasn't the definition of staying ready, I don't know what it is. But I always try to be positive. I've been hard on myself this year, but this start in this game gave me the confidence, and my teammates trust me, and so I'm just thankful.
Coach Sam was just talking about, she said you were quote unquote a vibe. What kind of vibe you want to give as you get into the game?
Energy. I think that's the most important is energy. Pick up slack when it's needed. But just being who I am. They know who I am. Like they trust me to go out there and do my job. And so that's all I can do is go out there and perform.
As well, look ahead. I mean, you guys come off of 2 tough road losses. Now you're facing the LA Sparks come Tuesday. How are you all looking to both contain and challenge both Plum and Jackson?
Yeah, we know they're playing really well. Right now, they've been stringing together some wins, and so we just have to come out and play good team defense. It's going to take a full team effort. Rakia is playing really well for them. KP's playing well, like usual, and so yeah, it's on us, to just execute our defensive schemes, go out there, be physical, play with energy. But yeah, the biggest thing is just executing on the defensive end.
Jump to Zoom. We'll go Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jackie, does it feel like the team is already in playoff mode, even though you have 18 games left?
We're just trying to string together some wins, and execute the defensive schemes. But we know every game is important, just trying to go out there, build off the past games, learn from our mistakes. But I thought today we did a great job of just coming out, having a lot of energy. We had fun today. There were a lot of smiles on our faces. I think that's the biggest thing when we're playing with energy, playing at the pace that we want to play, having fun. It's fun out there. And then like KB, she had a great game today. So, shout out to her for just staying ready. It's been a tough season for her, but I'm proud of her in the way that she just stayed composed and stayed ready. She goes against us in practice every day, and we know how great of a player she is. So I think just shout out to her, credit to her for just being a pro.
All right, Willie, and then Callie.
AB, what's happening? I want to go back to media day, and we had talked, and you'd said that you acknowledged and kind of owned that this was a big season for you. You felt deep down you had a lot to prove, and you knew it was at stake. Becky obviously shown a lot of trust. She said that you're a vibe and putting you in the starting lineup. How would you assess this season for you up to this point, and then getting in the starting lineup? Where are you at mentally in terms of how you've done this season?
I would definitely say it's a roller coaster. But I think most importantly, just making sure that I keep my family close, continue to just harp on my teammates, knowing that they have my back, and just really just always staying locked in, always just, being ready. And I'm a good teammate. So like, even if things aren't going well for me, I'm going to still, show up for my teammates. And I think that's the most important. And I think just God blesses me in many ways. And I'm just thankful to be in this position, with this group of girls. And so we got to just keep rolling.
Danetta, go ahead.
Jackie, the team's offense seemed a little bit more spaced out when you had the ball in your hand, kind of starting the offense. Did you kind of feel that as an adjustment in the game? Was it something different Dallas was doing, or is that a team adjustment you all made?
Coach talks a lot about playing the right way. And so just being unselfish, making the right plays. I think for me, just trying to make the right reads coming off the ball screens. They're going to switch it up on me sometimes. they're going to blitz it, hedge it. Sometimes they're going to be in a drop. Who knows, So I think I just have to come off just being ready, expecting whatever, but then just making the right reads and trying to get it to my teammates. And today, it was KB spotted up or Jewel, Chelsea, just whoever it might be, Aaliyah. We have a lot of great shooters on this team. So just trying to make the right read coming off of those ball screens. Yeah.
Take it
Thank
one more from Zoom before we go back to the room for the final question. Nikias.
Yeah, just a quick one for Jackie. Hope this isn't a bad question, but I think you've now been fouled on 11 threes this year, which leads the W. Nobody else has been fouled on more than 6. Just from your vantage point, how do you find yourself in that position that often?
I mean, the one tonight, I kind of knew she was about to foul me. But I think just focusing on my shot, whether they foul me or they don't, just focusing on trying to make the shot. But I think just being able to score on all 3 levels, and so they just have to kind of decide if they want to let me get that 3 off or get to the basket. And so sometimes it's just a split decision, and I end up getting fouled.
Got you. Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey ladies, congrats on the win. So my question is for both. So just talk about, of course, having energy on both sides of the floor, especially in that second half. You guys were able to keep Dallas from going on that run. So just talk about how you guys were able to stay composed on both ends of the floor in that second half.
I would really say just continuing to hold each other accountable. We know things that we weren't doing well, and we had to come in huddles and make sure we were communicating with each other and trying to just hold everybody accountable. We got an accountability chart now. So there's things that we put before games, and if you don't, you got to check it off. If you're not doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said for Asia, it was one box out she didn't get, and I said, hey, accountability chart, box out. And so I think just really just holding each other accountable is why we are doing what we're doing.
All right, we'll close out the room here.
Jackie, you mentioned that you guys were just having fun tonight, and it seemed like it felt like that watching it. Becky also mentioned just in her press conference before, like fun is underrated in terms of like what makes a team good and like smiling and the energy and everything. Just for both of you, like what made tonight or today's game different in comparison to kind of some of these past games, and like for you guys with the smiles, with the fun, genuinely, like how much of a difference does that make on the court for this team?
Yeah, I think that's always been a part of, Aces basketball since Becky got the job. And so just kind of having a good balance of that. And then just knowing that, there's pressure with this game, but just having fun. At the end of the day, we get to play the game that we love every day. And so just going out there with a smile on our face, just playing with a lot of joy and a lot of energy. And I thought you guys were able to see that tonight.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
Front lit.
What's up,
in it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
We walking
Hey,
around the
Rashad.
world.